feel sick. The last 10 reps were just all on heart. One sec. Hello, welcome to Tuesday the 8th of August. First session at the peak. I've done something very similar when I was in Manchester. I've done 8 times 800. This is 6 times 3 minutes, which is probably going to be about 800 meters, to be fair. Maybe a little bit more. 3k warm up, going to the park. I'm just not feeling it today, just not. I don't know, I think this is my least favourite sort of day of the week, Tuesday sessions. It's my least sort of, well, how can I put this? It's where my weakest areas are, like the fast running. I don't mind tempo runs because I can get into a groove and carry the pace, but I hate reps. Doubling today, so that's later on. I've got a busy evening, so that'll probably be really late or really early, depending on when I can find time. Yesterday, started with a 10k easy. That's here. Heart rate is really good. Hilly route, enjoyed it. But yeah, I'll touch base when I get to the park and after my 3k warm up. See you in a bit. So I'm just at the park now, finished off warm up. About 700 meters left, which is just over a lap of the park. So it's 6 times 3 minutes. It's supposed to have 90 seconds walk rest, but I forgot to change it on the watch workout, so it's 2 minutes rest. So I'll do like, we'll decide how we feel, but maybe a walk, maybe a light jog. Total session volume should be around about 10-11k. Touch base after the first 3 reps, I guess. See you in a bit. That's rep 3 done. I think we're around about 330s. It's difficult to tell. I feel like I've lost a bit of pop. Like, it's not snappy, but it's not a big concern. I'm not too bothered about having poppy, snappy stride at the minute. This whole plan's been more about building up endurance, like bigger distances. I've run more than I've ever run the last few weeks. Going to be running more than I've ever run the next few weeks. So I'm not too concerned if the pop and snap's not there. Providing it when I get closer to marathon pace, that feels more comfortable. But we'll see. I've got a minute's rest, recovery. Yeah, walk recovery I'm doing. Got a minute left, so I'm gonna put the camera away. I'll touch base at the end of the session. That's it, we're done. Last one was hard, bit slow, maybe about high 330s, 340s maybe. Bit slow, but it's muggy. I catch my breath. That's still before, I'm probably lacking a bit of that snap, is what it is, but yeah. It's a good session. 3k cool down now. I'll take the session up to about 12k, but yeah, it was a good session, good way to introduce the peak marathon training. Again, it's Tuesday and I would have done 30k by the end of today, so yeah, it's really taken out on me, that last rep. I've got 38 seconds recovery, and then it's probably 2 laps of this park and then the 2k home. That'll be my 3k. But good session, all the details here, reps and things like that. I'll put the double over here straight afterwards. And yeah, that's Tuesday the 8th of August done. Yeah, so we're getting there. Tomorrow is an all easy half marathon, and then Thursday is some hill reps, which may change just because I'm trying to scope out a decent 300-meter hill and I can't find one. So recover's done, just on a little cool down now, nice and easy, not on too much. But yeah, hello, you join me on Thursday the 10th of August. Hill sprint session today. British summer time has finally come back, nice and warm, so I'm in the vest. So today's session is around about a 4k warm-up, and then 10 times 15 seconds on a steep hill with as long as I need recovery. So basically 15 seconds up, as long as I need back. So like, let's say it takes 30 seconds to get back down the hill, lap button on my watch, straight back up, that 10 times, then a minute and a half rest, and then the same again, then the 4k cool down. Volume probably be a little bit less than what it was on the plan, but I'll just add that up either on tonight's recovery run or another time. But I'll get the warm-up done. Yeah, we'll get going and then I'll touch base at the hill. See you in a bit. So we're just coming up to the hill now. I'll show you dead quick. So where I'm going to be starting it is like on the second half. Might have to pause here, just a lorry. So where I'm going to be starting it. Yeah, so where I'm going to be starting it's just on the second half. It kicks up again. Like, when I first started running, I used to run this way because it was the only way I know, because it was right on the mainish road. But yeah, I used to hate this hill, and I purposely don't run this way anymore, purely because it's very hilly, this route, and if I'm being honest, I'm saving this route for if I ever do Boston. Whether that be 2024, 2025, whenever, this route would be a lot of my miles, just because of how hilly it is. So I'll pause, get ready, set the GoPro up, and then we'll get into it.
There was once a day that I would pray for you. I'd go and misbehave just so you'd notice too. Sneaking looks up and down from across the room. And damn, what a hell of a view. I feel good, you look great, I like you, I can't wait. A first time, a first date, you're so fine, I'm so late. You sip wine, I drink straight. Don't waste time to my place. I feel my heart erase. So catch me if I fall.
So this was in between the two sets and it went well. The hill was about a 10% gradient, so it was a real kick up at the end. I was getting about 70, about high 60s, low 70 meters reps. Obviously the camera got knocked over, but we put it back up. But yeah, I felt okay. The heat was the main thing really, but the second set I really struggled.
I'm falling fast, sitting here praying that this night's gonna last. You got it all on tap, I'm loving your vibe, always have your back. We like all the same tracks, listen all night in the sheets all black. Said I'm falling fast, don't remember life before you, that's fact. I feel good, you look great, I like you, I can't wait. A first time, a first date, you're so fine, I'm so late. You sip wine.
That is by far one of the toughest sessions I've ever done. That's a Nick Bester one. The rest between sets just blows you up, because then you get going again. Your legs are obviously building up a bit of lactic acid, a bit of fatigue. You've got nothing then. You feel sick. The last 10 reps were just all on heart. One sec. From someone who's never sick to dry heave, I only really dry heave like at the very end of like races, not even marathons. I've dry heaved at the end of like 5Ks, 10Ks, never like workouts, so that's definitely pushed me. But I said in the previous video I'm rubbish at hills, so it's a good thing, works me hard, and that probably works me hard in like 3-minute intervals. Got my cool down to do, so we'll get on the way and then I'll touch base near the end once because I've got another hill to navigate to get out of the valley. So yeah, the unfortunate part about living in the countryside and right next to Wales on the border is when you go to find a hill, you usually have to go down a hill to find it. So now I've got to climb a hill to get back to normal. That was a really tough session. Like, I've not felt like I've worked that hard in a long time. Be interesting to see what paces it was in terms of per kilometre, but my calves are burning and I'm still on the hill, so I'm putting the camera away until I'm on the flat. So obviously today's Thursday. Yesterday, Wednesday, was a midweek long run, half marathon, nice and easy, super easy. I want to be really disciplined in these 4 weeks that anything easy is truly easy. I'm not as bad as I used to be, I'm not as bad as some people are or can be, but I do have a tendency to run my easy stuff not out of zone 2 but towards the middle upper end of it, which obviously defeats the object. If you're in zone 2, do it at the very bottom. So it's just got a kilometre to cool down left now. This is all the details for the run and splits, things like that. So it's the night before the first real big long run of the block. It's 9:15. I'm just getting my stuff ready for the long run in the morning. I thought I'd show a tip that I use on my watch to, it's mainly for races, but I make sure I have it on for all my long runs. It's like an alert to basically remind me to take a gel. Okay, so I've just got my watch set up here, and this is the way I know how to do it. So if you go to your run menu on Garmin, and then click the middle button to go to the settings, run settings, and then alerts. So obviously I've already got 2 set up, which I'll put on, but I'll show you how to do it. Put that on, put that on. So if you click add new, custom, I always just have it to eat. I have it every half an hour for the marathon, but obviously you could set it to anything. So just for this, we'll put it to 10 seconds, confirm, and then we'll make sure it's on. So it's on, and then I'll show you what it comes up as. So if you start a run, at 10 seconds, it pops up, makes a nice audible noise so you can hear it, and then you know to eat. But yeah, that's how I set up alerts on my watch. Welcome to long run day, Saturday I'm going to guess the 13th, could be wrong, of August. So trying a new thing today. I'll try and show you so you can see the strap on my wrist. The idea is that this is what I'm going to use for Berlin, so that if I need to be hands-free, I can drop it and not lose it. Obviously I've been carrying it with the tripod for the last couple of weeks, or you know, since I started. So this is a new idea. It's a bit annoying already, but I need to see if it works, because at some point during the marathon I'm going to need both my hands, whether it's for grabbing drinks or whatever. But yeah, so we've got today 34k, 21k easy to start, 10k marathon pace, then 3k's to cool down. So I've literally just started a little bit later than I wanted to. I wanted to get out at 7, it's now 8, but my body just did not want to get up at 6. So I will touch base at the end of the warm-up, which probably should be about 2 hours. So we'll see you then. Weather looks good for it. Looks like there's been a bit of rain overnight, so it should be nice and chill, a bit of a wind. So we should get a good representation of what my marathon pace is at the minute. Well, I'll see you in 21k. It's coming up to an hour in, 11k, first gel. Lemon drizzle, favourite flavour, super nice. An hour and a half in, second gel, caffeine one, precision fuel caffeine. These ones do have a bit of flavour just because of the caffeine, but it's not a bad flavour, I guess. That's the warm-up finished. Just under 21k. About 300 metres left of the warm-up, which I'll do on this little bit of road here, and we're getting to it. Weather's just started to get a bit windy, a bit nippy, drizzles of rain, which I don't mind, to be fair. It'll keep you nice and cool. But yeah, quick drink and then we'll get going. There's 2 roundabouts that I've got across that are on main roads on this route, so unfortunately sometimes you just have to stop because you can't, you know, get across without getting into traffic. That'll be about just after 1k, and then just after 4k. If I bump into them and I can't get across without stopping to watch, I stop the watch. It's not a big deal. It'll be what, 10 seconds max. But yeah, we'll have a quick drink and then we'll get going. That wind's picked up a bit. We'll keep going. See what goes through the faces on this. So we're just coming up to the 5th kilometre now. Feel okay. The first 3 were into quite a hard headwind. So they were a little bit slow. Heart rate's a bit high. Heart rate's a bit high anyway. But I've got a few weeks to get this down. Make you feel more comfortable. Settling to a decent rhythm now. I'm out of the wind, or the headwind. I don't feel too bad. Touch base properly at the end. See you in a bit. That's the 10k done. Yeah, look. This is all the splits. Let's not beat around the bush. Not quite there yet. Not where I want it to be. Working a little bit too hard. I can blame the wind, the weather, blame whatever, elevation, but I wasn't exactly flying on the downhill bits. So on the negative side, working a bit too hard. I mean, that's probably about threshold effort for most of that. But on the positive side, that's the first time I've done it in a run that's considerably longer than what, 6 to 10 miles. The longest run I'd done when I'd previously done marathon pace was 10 miles. So to do it in a 21 miler, to do it in a 21 miler and to not be that far off, albeit working a little bit hard, I'm not too bothered about that. We've got plenty of time to get that back. 2k easy cool down now till home, and then get on the recovery. See you in a bit. That's it, we're done. 34k. Good start. Yeah, good start. Happy with that. Not as easy as I'd like, but we've got plenty of time to work on it. So yeah, that was the first real session. I'm going to get in and get some recovery done, and I'll see you later. See you in a bit. So that's the first week of peak marathon training done. Just one last run to show you, which was the recovery run on Sunday, which is here. And then next week is another big week. So we've got 132 on the schedule for next week. A 5 times 4 minute interval session on the Tuesday, which is probably my most dreaded session. I hate that one. And then more marathon pace work on the Thursday, just trying to really lock into that pace, getting it to feel easy. A double easy day on Friday, and then a 35k long run next weekend, which is in blocks of 5 with steady thrown in there, which should be a good one. But yeah, that's the plan. The strides on the Saturday may come out. I took them out this week just purely because my legs were still achy from the hill repeats, so depending on how my legs are from 2 double days back to back, they may go, because at this point they're not doing much really other than risking injury for me. But yeah, that's the first week done of peak. Obviously the second week up and coming, another big week, 132, which will probably end up being about 133, 134 with like walk recoveries and things. But yeah, hope you enjoyed the video, and leave a comment about anything you'd like. I've got a few requests that people have asked for. I'll work on it as soon as I can, but obviously, as you've seen, the amount of running I'm doing and work, I'm not getting time, not having time to sort of make additional videos. Thanks for watching. See you in a bit.